epitome of making the impossible possible. Write that down. He is the epitome of making the impossible possible. He went from he was actually able to leave a job making over $80,000 a year to $500,000 a year. Let me say that again. He went from making $80,000 to $500,000 with a few strategies. Thank you. One person excited about $500,000. He went with a couple strategies, a couple concepts that you're going to learn here today. And he's going to come up and share his story and just how he was able to position himself and what he's been able to do, not just here in Las Vegas, but nationally. Because all of the strategies that you guys are going to learn here today, it's applicable everywhere. That's the thing. See, here's the thing. Everybody write the word concept down. You guys are going to write a lot of stuff down. I believe a short pencil is better than a long memory. Write the word concept. See, a concept is something that is concrete. When you follow a concrete concept, that means that it's inevitable. You just have to be disciplined enough to follow instructions. Because unfortunately, a lot of people are stuck in financial ruin because they lack these three things. Who would like to know what those three things are? What are they? All right, the first one. You got to be willing to work. See, I know a lot of people have a winning lottery mentality. But guess what? When you follow these concepts, you create your own lottery winnings. You got to be willing to work. The next one is you have to have a burning desire. See, your desire has to be so fierce that when everybody tells you no, you go back out there to find that yes. See, when I used to work in corporate America, I used to do phone sales. And I used to sell internet advertising. And I would make cold calls to people who were not expecting my call. And I used to play a game called How Many No's Can I Get? Did y'all catch that? I played not how many yeses, how many no's. Because my focus was not on the yes. It was, let me hurry up and get through the people who are not interested. That's how bad my burning desire was. And your burning desire has to be that fierce, and whatever your end goal is, that nobody can tell you no. See, when I first started doing events, it was 3 people there. Me, the audio guy, and the person who opened up. But I kept going. And then the last quality you have to have is you have to be coachable and teachable. If you're not coachable, there's nothing that nobody can teach you to help you to get to that next level. Steve, Aaron, nobody can help get to that next level if you are not coachable. For my athletes in here, you cannot be at the elite level unless you're coachable. So you have to be coachable and teachable. So without further ado, I need you guys to give another standing ovation. But before we do that, I need to bring the energy up. DJ, start cueing the music up a little bit. Let's turn it down a little bit. See, here's what I want y'all to do: a standing ovation. It's very rare that we can get all of us in a room and be on some positivity and talk about some money. See, we turn up a different way. We turning up talking about how to change our family lives. So when I say I need y'all to give people a standing ovation, I need y'all to make the roof rock in this place. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Y'all got one chance. So without further ado, I need y'all to bring up my good friend and my brother, Paul Thornton.
Let's go.
What up? What up? How we doing tonight?
Doing great, man.
Doing day. Yeah. I'm not gonna be as long-winded as my man Steve, but you know, we gonna get through it. Nah, man. Shout out to my brother Will. You know, and putting this event together. You know, this is needed in the city and the information. You know what I mean? We were just talking earlier today. It's crazy because I remember our first event. You had 4 people that showed up. You know what I'm saying? So I was one. So we had about 3. So so to see your growth, you know, and just you know where you've come is dope. So my story, you know, originally from South Central Los Angeles. You know, hey, West Side. You know. Been here for about 11 years now. I met Will probably about 6 years ago. Originally started out as a client, getting my credit repair, getting ready to buy some more properties, and we just vibed and we just built, and like he talked about strategy. I had already bought a couple of pieces of property. I was buying the traditional route, FHA. I was taking a long route, and when I met with Will, he was like, we could, move faster if you got a better strategy. So I'm like, okay, what you got? So he was like, man, we're gonna start buying houses with credit cards. So I'm like, buy houses with credit cards? I ain't never heard of that, right? So I'm geeked up. So we started applying for credit cards, liquidating the credit cards, and we started buying houses in credit cards. We flew out to Ohio. We bought some houses. I think we bought the first house for like $25,000. Refinanced it, got it under the mortgage, paid off the credit card debt, and we just rinsed and repeat. After that, another strategy we used was blanket loans, where we bought multiple properties under one loan. So we bought 4 single family houses under one loan, and I think all in all we put in like less than $30,000. So strategy is key. Strategy is important, when you are getting into this real estate game, because there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So if you got a good strategy, you'll definitely be successful. Based on the information and just the knowledge that Will has taught me from, just credit repair and business fundamentals, it changed my life extremely. I remember when I met Will for the first time, he said, man, you gonna retire at 35. And then for sure, that's what I did. I retired at 35. You know what I'm saying? He put me in that position. So, just the game and just being a student of business, you know what I'm saying? It changed my life tremendously. And I still take those fundamentals and apply it to, any and every business that I have now. We just started a logistics company about 3 years ago. So we have, trucks all over the road nationwide. So, we just, continue to grow and continue to build and be great. So, other than that, that's all I got. Y'all got anything? Questions? What's up?
How's the blanket loan work that you did?
Yeah, so if you get with a portfolio lending bank, so a portfolio lending bank is a bank that is not backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. You could put 5 houses or more or multiple houses under one loan, right? So we did it in Ohio. So I think we had a total of, I can't remember the total houses, but we put them under the blanket loan and they financed the loan all as one. So you have one mortgage payment for multiple houses, right? So, that's a dope strategy, especially if you're investing in the Midwest, because the house prices are cheaper. So, you could scale faster. Any more questions?
How's the trucking?
Trucking is like any other business. It has its ups and downs. Right now, you really got to accommodate for all the variables, right? Fuel prices being high, freight rates being low, shortage of drivers. So if you have a good system, just like with anything, right, you got to have a good system. If you got a good system, if you got good contracts, you know what I'm saying, then you could be successful. But it is a tough business to be in if you have little to no experience in doing it.
So what price point did you hit to get to retire?
What you mean?
How high did you get to retire? What point of money did you reach when you said I can retire?
So
5 years old, because that's Silicon Valley money.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley, they was 35 years old. All them brothers and white boys they was retiring at 35 years old, and I never seen any place else. But if you did it, show me.
Right. So
I'm already 40.
So it was once again that was my strategy, right? So
Right.
a lot of the things that I did, you know, up to meeting Will, it's like when the preparation meet the opportunity, right? So Will just added the sprinkles to the cake, you know what I'm saying? Because I was already doing what I was supposed to do, just trying to figure it out. So my 401k I was doing for 14 years, I was maxing it out, right? And my job was matching me 100%. So I was able to, you know what I'm saying, rack up there and really just, you know, just creating that income, right? So what was I making at my job? I needed to do a times 3, right? And that's really, you know, because we was.
So the strategies will help, and you guys worked on helped you get to there within those years. How long did it take you?
A year? A year? Yeah. How long? Yeah, like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. Because think about it, right? Like with credit, if you're buying houses with credit cards or etc., you could scale so fast, right? I can go get $150,000 from the bank to $200,000 in less than 6 months. If I was trying to save that, I probably wouldn't save that in a lifetime, right? So once I got the game and understood how to obtain credit, that changed everything. Because now I can use credit cards to pay for the down payments, my closing costs, that 10%, whatever, you know, and also using creative financing and other methods to purchase houses. You know what I mean? So, man, it's just all about strategy. And it's crazy because, you know, when me and Will clicked and, you know, we started rocking, I didn't know a lot about like business. Like I thought I knew business, but I didn't know business, you know what I mean? But just being around him and being a fly on the wall, I learned so much. You know what I mean? And I just soaked everything up. And like he was saying, you know, you got to be coachable, right? You know, you got to be able to just soak it all in and then take it and put it in your own form, right? So, you know, and then you can kind of create your foundation from there. So,
Okay, so my question is about debt service. So, because I'm in this position right now to be able to liquidate credit cards to purchase property. So my question is, when you liquidate a credit card, you obviously create debt, and then you have a mortgage that you have to pay. So the strategy that allows—
what's the mortgage? How is the mortgage tied to the credit card debt?
Well, it's not at all. But you got 2 debts that you have to service because you liquidate a credit card to be able to purchase a property, to be able to get a mortgage.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Right now you got a mortgage to pay and a credit card to pay off.
Right.
So my question is about the strategy to service both debts at the same time. Because every month you got a credit card you got to pay back,
Right.
and every month you got a mortgage that you have to pay. So is the money coming from the property to service both debts, or does the money come from—
That's a good. I got you. I know what you're doing.
Wholesaling? I like wholesaling.
So that's a good question, right? So that all boils down to the property that you find, right? It's the deal, right? So as you're evaluating your property in your what's the income from that property versus what servicing your debt is going to determine if that deal is going to be a good deal or not. Right, and then and you got to keep in mind, this was all Midwest, right? So we're getting houses for cheaper, but the rents are comparable to Vegas, right, or the West Coast. So, you know, you can buy a house in the Midwest for $28,000. We bought a house for $25,000, making $800 a month, right? So it's the strategy and what market you're investing in.
Okay, gotcha.
Where that strategy applies.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Give it up for Paul. All right, DJ.